Good morning. Thank you for joining the practice today. This is Dharma Yoga, and is an all levels class, so there are definitely some variations for more advanced practitioners, but there's also modifications as well. Please practice according to your comfort level and your abilities, and always be mindful. Remember, this practice is an offering, so we want to transmit what feels good to us to others. So let's begin. Let's begin with the sound of Om 3 times to attract divine attention. Mantra Om contains all sounds and colors and vibrations of the universe. Be immersed in those vibrations and sounds and colors. Fix your mind on God alone. Rest your thoughts in God alone. And in God you will live hereafter. Of this there is no doubt. Shivaya. I bow to the inner light. Calm response. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. beings everywhere, be happy and free from suffering, and enjoy this practice through our senses. May we acquire a strong desire for liberation from pain and suffering, and may we cherish no ill feelings against each other. Let's begin the practice. We'll come to standing now. Begin with the mantra for purification, to purify the space, the grounds, and all the psychic channels within. If you know the chant, you may do it along with me. If you don't, just think about those effects of purification, and you will derive all the benefits all the same. Each one, try to do it in a single breath. Om Pavitraha Pavitrawa Sawa Vashtanga Topi Va Yaha Smrit Pandrikaksham Sabaya Bihantraha Sachihi. Om Pavitraha Pavitrawa Sawa Vashtanga Topi Va Yaha Smrit Pandrikaksham Sabaya Bihantraha Sachihi. Om Pavitraha Pavitrawa Sawa Vashtanga Topi Va Yaha Smrit Pandrikaksham Sabaya Bihantraha Sachihi. And now, let's do breathing to promote inner healing, physical, mental, and emotional healing. Bring the arms out in front of the body with the wrists the height of the shoulders. Fingers are loosely dangling. From the heart, inhale up to the crown. Holding all the healing energy at the crown, hold the breath. Exhale out through the arms, imagine all the toxins leaving with the breath. Inhale again from the heart right up to this crown. Visualize the energy healing going up, now holding it at the crown. Exhale out through the arms again. Visualize all the impurities leaving. Last time, inhale from the heart to the crown. Bring the healing energy all the way up. Then hold it there, allow all beings to tap into that healing energy. Now exhale out all the impurities out of the arms. Well, with the breath. And bring the arms down. Let's continue with warm-ups to prepare the body for the practice. Oh, watch the body moving by itself as you start to move the head in circles. Pretend you're the witness, watching it all. The body moving, the mind activity, and even the emotional reactions. And then change the direction or rotation. So as a witness, remain unaffected, unjudging, unfazed by whatever happens. And now, circle the right arm forward. Get some momentum to get large circles. Loosen up the joints, and then go backwards. And then forward again. And then backwards. Now the left arm. Circle it forward. And then reverse direction. And then forward again. And then backwards. And drop the arm down. Now, breath of joy 8 times. Do it with exuberance and make it live up to the name. First 3 movements done on inhale, last one like a big sigh out of the mouth. It looks like this. Now do it with me. last one. Just stay hanging down. Allow the body to just stop bouncing and shaking. And then roll your way up. Good. Now take the arms up, hold the opposite elbow, squeeze the arms by the ears and go from side to side. And then back and forth. Move very fast. And then again, side to side. Back up, and once again, shake it up, back and forth. And release. Good. Now shake out the wrists as fast as you can. Move the fingers. And then up and down, flap your hands like they're the wings of a hummingbird, moving so fast you can't even see them move. They're like a blur. Drop the arms by the sides and then just swing. Bring the arms with you, but just slap against the body. Go as deep as you can into the twists. And then start to release. Lion's breath. 8 times. So you're making like you're pouncing like a lion. Open your eyes up wide and allow your tongue to hang out of the mouth. Make a fierce face like a lion. And coming back up. Good. Now we're going to bring your arms up over the head. Turn the palms up towards the sky and lift up off the heels. Back down on the heels, lift the toes, rock back, and then come forward, push into the roots of your toes, rise up, come back down, keep rocking forward and back, and down, and up, and down. This time you come up, stay up, pull the navel in from the spine, get tall, imagine trying to push the ceiling right up off the walls. And lower the heels and release. So let's come to the top of the mat. Surya Namaskara. Bring the hands in front of the heart. Remember that better than practice, even better than meditation, is to renounce all the fruits of the actions. Dedicate instead the fruits of the practice to those you love and to all those who need it. And be undisturbed and be allowed to go to all beings. So let's move together to stay in our collective consciousness. Let's move as one. Reach the arms up over the head, arch back if you feel comfortable. Then bring the hands down to the ground. Chest on the thighs, bend the knees, you can bring your hands on the ground. Right foot back into lunge. Lower the knee down, sink down to the seat. Then come into high plank. Knees, chest, forehead down. Glide forward into the cobra. And then bring the seat all the way back behind the heels. Pull forward again, brush your nose to the ground as you come forward between your arms. Raise the head, bring it back. And all the way back again, the seat behind the heels. One last time, propel yourself forward, pull with your arms to allow your body to come through with more ease. And then Adho Mukha Savasana, downward facing dog. Lift the seat up and back. Mount the heart towards the ground. The right foot now steps to the hand. If it's not easy for you to do that, lower the back knee first. Use your right hand to assist the foot forward if it doesn't make it all the way to the hands. And then the feet come together, chest on the thighs, head down. Come all the way up, press the hips forward, reach back, hands back to the heart. Bring your arms over the head. You can just push your chest forward if it's too much to arch the back. And then come down, forward folds. Left foot back first this time. Sink down to the seat. Come into high plank. Lower down. Knees, chest, forehead. And then glide between your arms. Come up into cobra. Flatten out the toes. Then bring the seat all the way back behind the heels. Glide again forward. Into the cobra. And then all the way back again. Watch the body moving with grace and fluidity. Chances are this will transpire in your movements. Roll over the toes back into downward facing dog. And then the left foot steps forward to the hands softly. Feet together, bow to the legs. Like a gesture of humbleness. Come all the way up, hips forward, stretch the front of the body. And bring the hands back to the heart. Reach up. Go down. Move the body in a way that allows the breath to remain even and steady. Right foot back into a lunge, into plank. And then watch the breath deliver more ease of movement and fluidity. Chest, chin down, glide into the cobra. Right back into downward facing dog this time. And then the right foot steps forward to the hands. Feet come together. Body against the legs, head down. Bend your knees as much as you need to keep your chest with your thighs. Come all the way up to standing. Return home. And again. Engage the buttocks and the upper back muscles as you reach back. Helps a little bit. And then bring the hands down to the ground. Left foot back into a lunge. Into the plank. Lower down. Ashtanga Namaskara. Knees, chest, forehead down. Glide into the cobra. And back. Imagine your shapeshifter moving through the poses fluidly. Left foot forward to the hands. Feet together. Bow to the legs. And come all the way up to standing. Return, hands to the heart. Let's add on. Reach the arms up over the head. Go down. Now, bend the knees, you can bring your chest on your thighs, join hands behind the back. Squeeze the palms together. Inhale, push the chest forward, and then pull down the head towards the ground. Push the body into your legs to send the seat up higher, and legs back. Arms over the head. And then release the hands, bring them beside your feet. Right foot back, lower the knee down. Sink down to the seat, Kapyasana. Bring the arms up over the head, make a shape like a crescent moon. Bring the arms back. And then bring the hands back down. From here, come into plank, lower down, knees, chest, and forehead. Come forward into cobra again. Feel like you're doing a dance. Connect the movement seamlessly. Back into downward facing dog. And then the right foot steps forward to the hands. Land it quietly. Drop the seat, raise your arms over the head, crescent moon again. Pull the body up out of the hips. Use your arms to get more extension. And then bring the hands down. Slide the left foot in to meet the right foot. Chest on the thighs, bend the knees again. Join the hands, extend, and then dive down deeply. Uttanasana. Bow to the legs. Come all the way up. Reach back. Hands back to the heart. Same thing. Reach the arms up over the head. Go down. Keep watching the body. Remain like the witness. Chest on the thighs. Join the hands. Extend to the crown. And pull the arms over the head. Face to the shins. Release the hands. Left foot back. Lower the knee. Raise your arms up over the head. Nice long stretch to the front of the body. And bring the hands back down. Step back into plank. Ashtanga Namaskara. Come forward into the cobra. And back. Be deliberate in all your movements. Be reverent to all forms that you imitate. Left foot forward to the hands. And then bring the arms up over the head. Kapyasana. And bring the hands down, step the feet back together. Chest on the thighs, join the hands, extend to the crown, and dive down. Uttanasana. Release the arms, bring them up over the head. Arch back as you see fit. And bring the hands back to the heart. So one other variation. Reach up and back. Go down. Now lift the chest, shift your weight forward so you're pressing more into the front of your hands, shoulders over the fingertips. Now lift the heels, push into your hands and just allow the legs to glide back. Or if you want, just walk back, hover just above the ground, chaturanga. Push into your hands, come up into upward facing dog. So see if you drag your hips a little bit forward, pulse a little bit here. Try to get your chest forward, a little more height. Try not to jam up your neck, shoulders down. Neck should be free, lower back free of wrinkles. Make like you're howling at the moon like a dog. Now, roll over the toes, push into your hands. Send the seat up and back, downward facing dog. Pulse here a little bit as well. Just try to sink the chest towards the ground. Top of the head comes towards the ground, or maybe resting on the ground if you have the ability. Belly to the thighs. Make like a dog stretching its back. Soften the shoulders, descend the arms towards the ground. And then lift the heels, bend the knees, look between the hands, and then bring your feet forward, hopping or walking. Again, connect the body to the legs, Uttanasana. Come all the way up to standing. Reach up and back, standing salute. And then back to Pranamasana. Let's try one more. Reach your arms up over the head, stretch, and come down. From here, again, lift the chest a little bit, shift forward so you have more weight on the front of your, towards your fingers and the base of the fingers, shoulders over the fingertips. Keep your arms straight as you lift, and then bend your elbows as you shoot your legs back. Chaturanga. Through into upward facing dog. Good, now bend the toes under, and from here, inhale. Upward dog, exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward, round your back. Push into your hands, keep steady, hips to your hands. Exhale, round your back, tuck your chin, and then send your feet back. Then allow your back to hollow. Inhale, come up. Again. Push shoulders back, push your chest forward. Exhale, pull the chest, the heart up between your shoulder blades, and then sink it down. One more time. Round your back, come forward into plank. And into upward facing dog, pull the shoulders back, exhale, just tap into the sensations along the spine, into downward facing dog. From here, lift the heels, bend the knees, look between your hands, and walk or jump your feet forward. Pull the body down onto your legs, come all the way up to standing. Bring the hands back to the heart. Inhale. Exhale. Let go of all attachments to results. Let go of all fatigue and all expectations. Now release the hands. Let's move on to some balancing poses now. So let's start off with ballet pose. Standing with your feet firmly grounded, standing on the left foot first. Bring the right heel up. Take hold of the heel from the inside. And then bring the leg up. If you're more flexible, lean a little bit to the left. See, get your foot up higher. Good. Lift the heart, feel like a ballet dancer, a star performance. Be grand, have the poise of a dancer. And now we're going to come forward. So take your left hand to your hip, push down into your hip, and then reach for the big toe. So you can bend your knee if you need to. I didn't do that very well, sorry. And then we're going to push through the base of the toe if you can. Lean back a little bit. Try to get your foot up higher. Lift the chest. And then come back. Release the foot. So do, okay, I'll turn this way. Actually, I'll do it this way. So next time, standing on your right foot and take hold of your left heel. And then we're going to start off with ballet pose. If you need to, you can keep your knee bent. You can hold your knee like this. You can hold underneath the leg if it's easier. Okay, so just do according to your condition. Try to match the height of your toes with your fingertips. Whichever one you're doing. Point the toes. Then move the foot in front, bend your knee if you need to. Sometimes it helps. Shift your right hand to the hip and take your two peace fingers around the big toe. And then push to the base of the toe, keep the chest high, and see if you can lean back. You might need to sink into your right foot a little bit more, so more weight. Bend the knee a little bit. And then come back down. Release. Okay, so we're going to do another sequence. Let's do eagle. So standing on your left foot first, take the right knee up as high as you can. Wrap the leg around your standing leg. Turn a little bit to the left and you might be able to hook your foot on the back of the shin. If it doesn't go, just keep it there. And then take your arms out to the side, left arm over the right. Intertwine the forearms. And then see if you can sink a little bit lower. Be like an eagle, very intense in its gaze, very still. Observing the land it's about to explore through flight. Press back up, keep on that left foot, gliding eagle. So then start to move forward, cant your body downwards, feel like you're soaring from a great cliff, skimming across the ocean, arms out to the side. Try to get your head about the height to almost the knee. Push into your left foot, come back up. And then the other side. Standing on the right foot, raise the left knee up as high as it will go. And then take it across to the right, really squeeze your root. Turn a little bit to the right so you can hook your foot on the back of the standing leg, right arm over left. Sink down. Try to keep your shoulders back. Concentrate on steadiness. Whatever happens, be unconcerned. It's the effort that counts the most. And press back up. Keep pushing into your right foot. Bring your arms out wide and bring your arm leg up higher. Soar like the eagle. Do whatever you need to find the balance. You can bring your fingertips down to the ground if you need to. And then make your way into the pose. Spread your wings. Push into your right foot and come back up. And release. Good, let's move into other positions now. Now, take your fingertips on the same height of the shoulders, and then jump your feet apart. Go to the left, Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Come into consciousness of a mighty warrior. Go a little bit forward, give yourself a little bit of forward motion. Exhibit confidence, determination, and courage. Now, can bring your left hand down to the ground, the outside the foot. The right arm comes over the head. Pull the right shoulder back. Spin the upper side of the body towards the sky. If this is too much, come up higher. You can rest your left arm on the left leg. Pull the shoulder back. Good. Now, if you can, we can come into Adho Chandrasana from here. So bring the right hand down. Lean forward, bring the left hand to the ground, drag the right foot in as you need to. Move your left hand out a little bit further in front of the foot to raise your right leg up. And then raise your right leg up, right arm up. Turn to this side. If you like, take hold of the foot, push the foot back into your hands. Pull it away from the seat, look over your right shoulder. Make like you're doing a bow pose. Stretch the front of the body. You want to go further, if you want to challenge your balance, Keep looking down, keep your left hip up high. Stand strong on the left foot, take your left hand to your heart. And then release, left hand down, right foot back down. Turn forward, lower the knee down. Sit down to the seat. From here, bring your hands to your seat. Push into seat, pull down at the same time. And keep lifting a rib basket up away from the hips. Bring the head all the way back. Open up the chest like a Mussolini. Big, wide chest. And then bring your arms up. Hands in Kali Mudra. Rock the shoulders back and forth if you like. Try to get the arms further back. Beside your head, keep the arms straight. Think of the shape of a crescent moon. Make your body look like that shape. Go ahead if you know other variations. You can maybe even do this one. Turn to the right I should say. Right hand slides down the back foot. Keep curving the body, or if you want, bring the right foot up, and the crook of the arm, left arm comes up. If you can, just bend your elbow. If your toes are close to the shoulder, your fingers are close to the ear, you might be able to take the bind more easily, and then lengthen out your arms by pushing your foot into the crook of the arm, the inner wrist. Try not to tip to the right, keep upright. Look up. Now pull the foot in towards the shoulder. Release. Turn forward. Bring yourself up higher. And then move the left foot in underneath the left knee. Bend the toes under. Raise your right arm up. Inhale, lift up high. Take the hand to the outside of the knee. You can keep your hand on the seat. And lean back, get nice and tall if you can. Reach down, and maybe your hand will come to the outside of the foot. Lift through the chest, and then turn to the left more. Push against the knee, push against the heel. Look beyond your left shoulder. This is easy for you. You can go into the next progression, otherwise stay. You can come forward. I'm going to change direction so you can see. Right arm up, ankle the toe in the knee towards the right, elbow to the outside of the knee. Hands in prayer or left fist in your right hand, and push the body up. Send your chest comes to your thumbs. Exhale, roll the left shoulder all the way back. Left hip moves back, head crown moves forward, and then you're rotating on your exhale. If you want to take a bind, go ahead. Elbow comes into space underneath the knee, and just you can use your hand to guide the hand through. Left hand goes over the back, and you hold it from underneath with your left hand. If you feel you can, push into the base toes of the right foot and raise the knee up off the ground. Inhale, keep lengthening. Push to the heel, push to the head, top of the head. Exhale, roll a little bit more. Try to get your chest and face to look right up. Feel as though you're lying on your back. Break the pose. Lower the knee down. Come out. Bring your hands to the inside of the left foot. Walk the left foot out. And then just push off the toes. Push back to the right heel one more time, lower the knee, flatten out the toes, and then just see if you can press your hips down towards the ground like you're doing a cobra. Your left knee stays right against the left shoulder. If you can roll to the right a little bit so you can get the right form down, roll to the left, maybe the left form comes down. Keep elongating the body forward. Some of you might be able to come right down onto the chest. Go ahead if you can. Left arm comes to the outside the foot, lie flat on your chest. Advanced practitioners, go ahead and do other variations if you like. You can bind by taking your left hand to the outside, snake it underneath the knee, over your back, and then the other hand comes around onto the back and you join your hands. Hold the right wrist with your left hand. It's as if you're flat on your chest. Still the gaze, like a lizard that doesn't blink. Now from here, release, come back onto the hands. Let's do pigeon. Move the left side of the seat back, heel toe the left foot out to the right, and lower the knee down. So you try to get your knee around the same, in front of the left hip or in the same line as the hip. If you're more flexible, you move your foot out a little bit more so the leg is more parallel with the front end of the mat. If not, if your hips too much for your hips, move your foot in towards your right hip. Then push your right hand against the foot and reach forward. Telescope the chest forward. Try to land your chest on the leg. Relax the arm. The right shoulder might come down right on the foot. Left arm slides out in front of the left knee. Now if you feel you're very heavy on the left side and there's not much on the right side and the right hip is not down on the ground, shift a little bit more weight towards, rock a little bit so you can get more weight into the right side. And then rest in a pose. Think in every posture, I am you, you are me. So hum. And try to tap into the consciousness and all their qualities and virtues. Now we're going to make our way back. Hands come closer to the body. Bring the knee back up. Good. So from here, you can come into Adho Hanumanasana. We're going to change orientation again. So your hips move back over your knee. Lift the toes and see if you can get your shoulder come down alongside the left knee and your chest, your belly come onto your thigh. Some of you might be able to get your forearms down. Just keep on imagining your chest. With each inhale, pull the chest forward like you're trying to get it beyond the knee. Bow to the leg. Expressing humbleness and surrender. Now if you're more flexible, you can lift up, sink your seat forward, bend the toes under the right foot, and then start to slide your left heel forward. If it's not on the mat, it slides a little bit more easily. And then you can come into Hanumanasana, the full monkey pose. Pull the left hip back and line the right hip, and just pulse a little bit. If it's too much, you can come more into lizard, but just keep sliding your foot forward. And try to keep more upright. Hands or fingertips just in front of the hips. So these shoulders stay over the hips. If you're flat down, you can take your arms up. Express devotion, courage, loyalty, all the qualities of Hanuman. Reach back if you like. Arch the back. Move according to your condition and your abilities. Come back down with your hands. So from here, bend the toes under. I'm going to demonstrate an option for those advanced practitioners. You can take hold of your big toe with your 2-piece fingers, push into your right hand. You have to push into the base of the toes behind you, the right foot. Drag the heel towards you and then spin on your foot. Keep strong through the arm. Come right up into Vasisthasana from here. So if that was not quite where you are, no worries. If you're here, you can just slide your left foot back and into a modified side plank like so. Or you can eventually press up into full side plank and then do other variations that you know. Push your hips forward. Feels like you're being a kite blown from behind by the wind. Good. So from here, wherever you are, bring your left hand back down. If your leg was up, whatever, you can just step your foot between your hands. Otherwise, either way, step your left foot between your hands. Spin on your feet, facing long edge of the mat once again. Arms out to the side and come up to standing. From here, turn to the other side, to the right, Virabhadrasana 2. Again, come forward with determination and purpose, with the intention of protecting the people that you serve. Embody the form of a warrior. From here, Parsvakonasana. Right hand to the outside of the foot, left arm over the head, pull the left shoulder back, or again, come into the modification as you need to. Make sure that you drop your hips so that you have a straight line from the back foot right up to the fingertips. Keep your neck long. Visualize the shape in your mind and see if your body feels like you're in that shape. Now from here, Ardha Chandrasana, bring the left hand down, engage your legs, slide your left foot in and move your right hand further forward in front of the foot, come onto your fingertips. Thumb in line with your little toe. Raise the left leg up. Come into, bring your left arm up, come into half moon balance. Take all the folds out of the side body, feel like you're a starfish, almost. And then bend the knee, if you like. Option to take the foot, press the hips forward, take the foot further away from the seat, look over your left shoulder. Those who want can look down in front, keep strong through that standing leg. See if you can take your right hand to the heart. Break the pose, right hand down, release the foot, drop it down, and then turn towards the front, lower the back knee down. Hands to seat again, push into the seat. Imagine you're just using your hands like spacers. So try to smooth all the wrinkles out from underneath the hands. The skin is smooth underneath the hands, especially in the lower back area. Open up the chest, push it up. When you're ready, Kapyasana. Arms up over the head, pull the shoulders back by rocking the shoulders back and forth a little bit. Create length from the toes all the way to the fingertips. Feel free to stay here or move into variations as you know. Maybe just curve your back this way, turn to the side, or work progressively towards swan. Take your right foot in the crook of the arm, a few ears, and your fingers are close to one another. When you bring your right arm around the head, you can join your hands, find the hands a little bit more easily. Turn your chest forward. Sometimes tendencies to bend towards the right, look towards the left. Try to straighten out, pull the right shoulder back. Turn the chest forward. Pull the foot in towards the shoulder. Set the foot down gently. All the movements, all the transitions done with mindfulness and reverence. Lift the left arm up. Leave the whole practice as an offering again. Left hand to the outside of the knee, right hand to the seat. Push the lower back up and in. Lift up, lean back, and maybe bring the If you want, you can stay there or go into Parivita Parsvakonasana. Left arm comes up and down to the outside of the right knee. Into Anjali Mudra if you like, or other hand positions. Fist, right fist and left hand. And then see if you can push your chest towards your thumbs. Roll the right shoulder all the way back. Or take a bind if you know the bind. Right arm goes over the back, and you hold it from underneath with your left hand. And perhaps you can even take your knee up off the ground. Now Push through that left heel, extend through the crown, and roll deeper on the exhale. Feel as though you're lying on your back. Break the pose, left knee down, turn to face forward and bring the right foot out a little bit further. Rock back and forth, pushing off the toes, sink down through the seat. And then bring the heel back again one last time. Lower the knee, flatten out the toes. Feel like you're doing a cobra. Push the front of the hips down towards the ground. Keep the right knee against the shoulder. And then see if you can get down lower. Roll to the left, maybe the left forearm comes down, and perhaps the right arm as well. Like you're doing a sphinx. Feel heavy through the seat, like that's your anchor point. And of course, if you can go lower, then go ahead. So you can get your chest on the ground. Fix your gaze like a lizard. And if you know other variations, go ahead. Imagine yourself in the body of a lizard, sunning itself on a warm earth. Now release, come back onto the hands, and pull the hips back. Heel toe the right foot over to the left, and land the shin on the ground and the thigh on the ground. The knee is on the same line as the hip. Make the adjustment as you need to, more flexible. The heel is in the same line as the knee. Less so, bring the heel closer to the left hip. Rock a little bit towards the left so you can get more weight on the left side. Push the left hand into the foot and then come forward. Try to bring your chest on your front leg. Left shoulder comes onto your left foot, right foot, and the right arm slides up. And perhaps the left arm eventually as well. Modify according to your condition. Remember, you don't want to go to a place of pain or anxiety. This is not what you want to transmit. Think about, again, all beings experiencing this right here and now through your own body. Bring your hands back, close the front leg, bring your chest up, and then push into your hands to bring the right knee back up. Walk the foot more in front of your body and bring your hips back so your seat is over the back knee. Lift the toes and then come down. The right shoulder to just the side on the outside of the right knee. Chest on the thigh. Keep on trying to telescope the chest forward. This is already giving you, if you're at your edge, you can stay here if you want. Come forward, work towards Hanumanasana. So drop your seat forward just like you're doing the lunge. Try to get your shoulders back over the hips, bend the toes under on the left foot, and start to slide the front heel forward. Pulse a little bit. Do it mindfully, of course, or if you can, come right down. Stay in your lizard, but move your foot out a little bit more, and then just work it this way. Now if you're all the way down, you can come up, keep your hips even, bring your arms up. Imagine your Hanuman is taking that great leap over the world to rescue his wife, his master's wife. Pose, come back. From here, Vasisthasana. If you're doing the advanced version, again, bend the toes under the left foot, push into your left hand, drag the heel towards you first, keep your hip Raise your hip. Plant the big toe down and come right into Vasisthasana from here. Or you take the modification. From here, you just stay on your left knee, you bring the right foot back, come into this version, and eventually maybe take your foot, tuck it underneath, raise your hips. Make sure you don't collapse into your shoulder. You don't want to do this. Okay, keep your shoulder nice and strong, your arm fully extended. And then come back to the downward facing dog. Step the right foot between the hands and spin on your feet, facing along the edge of the mat again. Arms out to the side, come all the way up. So we're coming into easy Chakrasana here. Actually, just do a full hero sequence. So first bring your hands to the heart. From the heart, inhale up to the space between the eyebrows. Exhale back down to the heart. Be established in your connection with God and with all beings. Now, walk your feet in a little bit. Your toes are still beyond edge tonight. Your heels are closer than your toes. Hands on the seat. Bend your knees if you like you're riding a horse. Your knees come over your toes. Push into your seat, pull down, and bring your head back. And then if you like, you can slide your hands down the backs of the knees, grip just below the knees. Use the thumb. Pull with your hands so that your thumbs come further between. You're rolling the thighs outwards, rolling the shins in the opposite direction, inwards. Of course, if you're more flexible, walk your hands all the way down to the ankles if you like. Step on your fingers with your heels. Push your hips forward. If your hands are on your legs somewhere, walk them back one at a time carefully. Push into seat, pull down. Keep your leg muscles engaged, your core engaged as you come up. And then open up your heels a little bit more so your edges of your feet are parallel. Arms out to the side. Hinge forward, Prasarita Padottanasana. You can take hold of your ankles or step on your fingers with the edges of the feet. And so you can get your head between your feet in the same line. Push your chest a little bit further forward so you're trying to get behind your legs. Shoulders are back, chest is wide. Those of you who know how to get into headstand from here, go ahead. Take whatever position you like with your hands in tripod or in front or between your legs. I'll do this one just to demonstrate. Pushing the backs of hands down, pushing into your head, and then circling your legs up. Those of you who are seasoned practitioners know how to do this, go ahead. Otherwise, stay within your comfort level and ability levels. Don't put yourself in an unsafe situation. Be mindful in your practice. Be truthful about your abilities. And come down. As your feet come close to the ground, pull them in towards so they're beside your body. Engage your core so you can land your feet very quietly beside your head. Same place as they started. Arms out to the side, come up. One more back bend. Hands to the seat again. Walk your feet in if you like. And then go into your back bend again. Easy Chakrasana. Easy wheel pose. So think of a wheel, it's got no discontinuities, continuous circle or ring. This is why eventually try to bring your hands right to the feet. Again, just do your best. Don't worry if you don't attain that. Just make an offering. It's the effort that's most important. And walk your hands back up the backs of the legs, push into your seat, and come back up. Good. Now, arms up to the side, and bring your hands back to the heart. From the heart again, breathe up to the space between your eyebrows. Exhale back down to the heart. Remain established in divine love and devotion. And then step the feet back together. Arms by the sides of the body. Be strong and unshakable and tall like a mountain. So now we're going to come down. Coming into headstand, Shilshasana. If you already know what you're doing, please go ahead into your variations. If you need some guidance, I'll give you some options here. So if you're very uncomfortable with your feet leaving the ground, you can just stay like so in hare's pose with your forehead on the ground from the knees, and then just lift your seat up. You can hold on to your backs, your legs near the ankles if you like. If it's too much pressure on the back of your neck, the back of the head, or the head, just move your head a little bit more out, away from the knees, and so you're more on the top head as opposed to the back of the head. If you're more flexible, you can come more deeper in a pose. If you want to go further, bring your hands so that your hands are beside your knees. Lift up the seat, and then from here, you can see if you can take one leg up and back. Keep your feet close to your body. Push through the base of the toes, and then see if you can just pulse up and down, up off the heel. Okay, and then if you can get your seat up a little bit higher, you can pull your toes back, maybe you can get your foot up off the ground entirely. Keep pushing with your hands. Eventually, you keep pushing through that left foot so that your feet end up at the same height, about the height of the hips. Now if it's too much pressure on your head, you can just bring your forearms onto the ground. Take hold of the opposite elbows and just place your head between your palms. The fingers are interlaced, forming like a helmet for your head. And this distributes the weight a little bit more between your head and your arms, so your head's not feeling all the pressure. Okay. You can do this against the wall. So imagine I'm facing the wall and you just walk up the wall. Walk your feet up the wall, keep one foot there and take your other foot back. And eventually try to pull your foot away from the wall. Now if you're in the pose, you can always do your lotus. If you have a lotus, be still. Bring your attention to the space between the eyebrows. Keep thinking, I am you, you are me, I'm that I am. Eventually all forms feel the same. You can concentrate and meditate in any form as easily in Cobra as in headstand and so on. Those you like, push into your forearms. Keep your core engaged. You can split your legs here if you like. Sometimes it's easier, okay, depending where your legs are. And then push into your forearms and see if you can lift your head up off the ground. Float it up. Some like to tilt their head forward, looking at the fingers in front. Sometimes it's easier just bring your hands flat on the ground first. Bring your head down. Get ready to come out of the pose. Softly come into child's pose. Breathe in, breathe out, all fatigue. And then roll up. Okay, so now we're going into Shalingasana, shoulder stand. So come into the way that you normally would, if you like, from your back. Bring your legs up and up. I'll demonstrate a few transitions here. So if you're more advanced and if you don't have any neck issues at all, you can do this one. You can come into downward facing dog. Drop your forearms down to the ground. Tuck your chin in so your hands are behind your head. And you come forward, walk your feet forward. You have to tuck your chin in, keep pressing into your arms, your wrists, and then
Land your shoulders down. And then bring your hands to the back and come up. So if you have no neck issues, you can do this. Otherwise, you just come onto your back. You raise your legs up, push your hands into the ground, lift the seat. You can come into cloud pose if you like. Join your hands behind the back. Bring your hands to the lower back and lift one or both legs at a time. Then you have a nice straight line because you start with your hips over your shoulders. If it's too much, you can bring your knees towards your forehead and come back a little bit so you're not, if it's easier for you, because most of the weight's more on the upper arms. Go ahead. If you have a lotus, you can make your way into lotus. Ideally, you want to have your be right on your shoulders, so eventually you can bring your hands to your thighs. You can do this with your legs straight or in lotus. Try to get your knees as high as you can if you're in lotus. So they're higher than the hips. Now, take your attention to the space between the eyebrows. Concentrate there. Keep thinking, so I am you, you are me. I am that I am. One and the same as all beings, one with God. Now come into Pindasana if you have a lotus. Again, your hips over your shoulders and get your legs close against your body. You can bring your arms around the outside and join your hands just underneath the seat around your legs. If that's too much, you don't have a lotus, you can come into cloud pose. Feet come behind your head. If your feet don't touch down, keep your hands on your back. Otherwise, bring your hands down. And if you like, you can draw up your thighs against the body, knees on either side of the head if you're flexible. Your knees might come right down to the ground, beside your ears. From here, come back down in onto your back. If you're in regular plow pose or Kanapidasana, that is if you don't have a lotus, you bring your hands close together, and then when your legs come down, your seat will land on your hands. And you can bring your legs all the way down or float them about 45 degrees. From here you can push up the chest, bring the top of the head down, fish pose. And if you feel comfortable, you can move your hands out from underneath and bring your hands over your legs, your hands together, flying fish. If you have a lotus, then you do your lotus fish. Okay, so just come into your pose that you like. This is what the lotus fish looks like. Press into your elbows once your seat is down, lift the chest, bring the head back, and then you hold the feet. You try to get your elbows and your knees to stay down. Push up through the heart. Now if you feel comfortable here, Vastrika breath. Breathe very fast in the nose like a sniffing dog. And release. Come back down. And relax. Breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. Let go of all fatigue, just let it drop out of the body and feel recharged. from here, we're going to bring the right leg up. Bring the knee onto the shoulder, take hold of the ankle, and just push the knee against the shoulder. Try to pull the foot up a little bit, on the foot a little bit more so that you can get the leg straighter. Those of you who are very flexible might be able to get the foot right to the ground, the side, and a little bit behind the head. And then bend the knee. Again, heel over the knee, and then half happy baby pose. So your thigh, your knee is on the ground, just underneath the arm, beside the body. And if you can see if you can bring your right shoulder in front of the knee. Push into the back of the knee, slide your left foot in if you need to. Try to get your knee up higher by pushing with your shoulder, so as the knee comes right beside the ear almost. And then you can lift your head, pull the foot towards the left, and then you might be able to get your leg behind the head. So again, no forcing, don't go to a place of pain. If you're very flexible, you can take the full pose, take the other leg, cross both legs behind the head. Push again with the backs of the shoulders. You can even join your hands underneath this, behind the back, and then see if you can get your feet down. Press the back of the head into the feet. Now in this pose, continue to breathe from the heart to the space between the eyebrows and back down to the heart. Always keeping that strong connection with the divine essence within. Now if you're in a full pose like this, you can stay here, otherwise change legs. So then you would bring the right leg down. And just do it with you. Left leg comes up. Take hold of the ankle, bring the knee to the shoulder. Again, pull the foot towards the head. If you're very tight in the hamstrings, you slide your right foot in. More flexible, of course. And try to get your foot down beside your head while extending through the right heel. And come into half happy baby pose, bend the knees, the heels over the knee, and then work this way, or take your left shoulder in front and try to get your left knee closer in so you can use your shoulder more effectively. Push the shoulder right up high so the knee comes right close to the ear, and then lift your head, again slide your right foot in. Sometimes it helps. Lift your upper back, pull on the foot towards the right, and then you might be able to get your foot more comfortably behind the head. And then stay in the pose. Continue with your breathing. From the heart to the brow center, back down to the heart. Release the pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. All fatigue. Arms up over the head. Come up to seated. Cross your ankles. Come onto your belly. Shalabhasana. Join your hands, squeeze the shoulder blades together, engage the buttocks, lift your chests, lift your legs. Whole body should be active. So pull the legs, pull through the toes, legs in the back of the neck, the whole body singing. And relax, come down. Inhale, exhale.
bring the heels up close to the seat. Take hold of the ankles. Lift the chest. Push the heels back into your hands. So you can keep your thighs on the ground. Continue to breathe. Or you can pull the legs, thighs up off the ground. Get the feet up higher. Look up. You might be able to see your toes. You can rock a little bit if you like. If you're more flexible, you can hold closer to the knees. You might feel that your thighs on the ground when you rock. To push with your heels, be careful of your lower back. Keep your chest forward. And then come back down. Pull the heels in first and release. Breathe in. Breathe out, soften. Push into your hands, come up to seated. Bring your legs out in front. Knees together, feet together. Left hand behind the back, right hand behind the back, left arm up. And then push the left arm against the other right thigh. Inhale, lift through the chest. Exhale, turn to the right. Keep pushing the knees beyond the left edge of the body. Free the abdomen. Visualize a spiraling action going all the way up to the body, of the back of the body. Those who are more flexible, have long arms, you can tip your knees over to the right and then bring your hand underneath the legs. Your hand will come to the outside of the left side of the seat. And then you can bring your right arm behind and join the hands. Push at the back of the shoulder. No forcing. Remember, don't go to a place of pain. Be mindful of your limits. Release, go to the other side. Right arm comes up, go to the left. Just stay with your upright position here. You're down to the seat. Or take a bind if you like. Keep pushing even if you have the bind. With the back of the right arms, the knees come back and to the right, in the opposite direction of where you're twisting to the left. Break the pose, come to seated position, Sukhasana or lotus, whatever you like. And sit tall. Close your eyes for a moment. And come into stillness. Come back to the breathing of the heart on the inhale to the crown, to the space between the eyebrows. Back to the heart. Remain solidly connected in that divine presence that's within, solidly established in God, who resides in the spiritual heart, the center of the chest, to the right of the physical, the right side of the physical heart. So let's do positive breathing to bring about a positive mindset. Ideally, you would do this for a much longer time in order to really feel the benefits. But if you have the intention of what it's trying to achieve and have faith in it, then this is a start. This is an introduction to it. Left hand Jnana Mudra on the left knee. You're breathing only through the right side. So you're inhaling through the right nostril, then close with both nostrils for a count, and then momentarily exhale back through the right side. The left side stays closed the whole time. left hand, for the left hand is Yana Mudra on the left knee, and right hand, second and third fingers fold down, turn the palm towards you. Use the thumb to control the passage of breath through the right side, and the right ring finger to just keep your left side closed the whole time. So let's start off sitting tall and straight. Take a deep breath in through both nostrils. Exhale, completely empty the lungs. Then close off the left side with the right ring finger. Inhale through the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Close the right side as well. Hold the breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale through the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, inhale through the right. Keep the attention at the space in your eyebrows, then hold the breath, close both sides of the nose. 4, 5, 6. Exhale through the right again. Even, steady rhythm. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale through the right. Close both sides, suspend the breath. Exhale to the right. Continue on your own. 8, 6, 8 is a count. Right nostrils connected to the Pingala Nadi, psychic receptor that runs all the way up the spine or along the spine and is associated with the vibrant sunny energy. So keep thinking about how that can bring about happiness and a positive mind, sunny outlook. Do one more. And this is just a taste and an introduction to this technique, which you can do at home and practice at home. Now lie on the back for Shavasana. Make your way down gently. This is the time to surrender completely to relaxation, to promote integration of all of the benefits of the practice. Just allow now everything to relax. With just some instructions to guide you through to a deeper sense of relaxation, of surrender, of all effort, of all tension. Just bring your hands, or bring your attention to the hands. Allow them to go completely limp. All the fingers just droop. Backs of the hands, the palms of the hands are soft, and the wrists are loose and inactive. And then, starting at the wrists, moving up to the arms, release all the muscles along the length of the arms, right up to the shoulders. So feel as if all those muscles were just dissolving, all the tension, all the tightness, engagement just disintegrate. So the muscles become completely soft, listless, nothing more than just extra weight on the bones. And then when you arrive to the shoulders, notice how they feel heavy. And if there's any tension there, just let go of it. Imagine it just draining out of the body into the ground below. So the shoulders, the bones that form the head of the shoulder are relaxed and heavy. The arms are just locking the arms in place. Now, from the top of the back, start to bring your attention to the back. And your focus on releasing it. Feel as if the whole chest just caved in into the body. Everything just falling down, just sinking into all the weight of what's inside down into the back, so the back just melts and descends and sinks into the ground below. All across the back, the whole width of the back. And then this keeps moving down further and further, past the shoulder blades, into the lower back. And all the hollows that are formed in the small in the back that are in the small in the back just flatten out as a result of all the weight bearing down on it. Not in an oppressive way. It's a nice pressure that just allows the back to release and descend, melt into the ground. And it continues into the seat. Feel the heaviness gathering there, and the seat sinking into the ground. The butt muscles relaxed in the seat, completely unengaged, and that bones of the hip joint heavy like lead. Feel as though you're anchored down through the seat. And bring your attention to the legs, starting at the top of the legs. Send a signal all the way down the legs to release all the muscles. Feel instantly all the muscles just softening, becoming like jello. And there's no tone and no strength in those muscles now, all along the leg, right to the ankle. All those muscles are nothing but extra weight hanging out the bones, and so the legs feel extremely heavy now. Settling down into the earth and just remaining there, heavy as concrete. And at the ankle joints, send the attention to the feet and the signals to the feet to relax those as well. All the toes relax. The palm of the feet and the heels and the tops of the feet just relax, no tension there. The feet just fall out to the sides, completely dead-like, slumped. The legs and the arms and the seat anchored down. The trunk is next, so try to create as much quietness within as all the external parts. Imagine you're opening up your chest, looking inside, seeing all the organs working away. Send the directive to them to just slow down completely. Stop working so hard to take a rest. So feel all those functions, all the systems slowing down just to the point where they can just, they are only barely sustaining life in the body. The heart and the lungs get heavy, sluggish. Same with the liver, the kidneys. even the blood and any fluid circulating within just ends up sitting stationless, stagnant in their veins or their arteries. From the neck down, complete stillness. And from the neck up, the head, it also feels heavy as it presses into the earth. The face is completely relaxed, no tension at all. Around the eyes, around the mouth, the jaw is relaxed, the teeth are comfortably set, neither grinding nor clenching. Throat is soft, the eyes are relaxed, the forehead is relaxed. And within the head sits the brain. The brain is quiet too, since the body is so much in a state of repose. So then, let's remind the brain that no longer has to keep on monitoring anything and keep active. Just shut off the brain. Tell the brain to just quiet down. All the thoughts, all that are racing around in the head, then come to a very diminished rate as well, and the mind chatter ceases. And since the brain is not communicating with the body, there's no sensation felt. You are just a witness watching it all, not feeling the sensations of the body. You are not the body, nor the emotion, nor the mind. Leave it all alone. As a witness, you can see all of the bodies, the same light, looking upon them without any judgment, nothing but unconditional love. Without those forms, those physical shapes, which they all eventually, because they're of this material world, they disappear, they die. But all the knowledge that you gain through the experiences through your life remain with you. And it's meant to be passed down and shared with all beings everywhere so that they too can evolve. Bit by bit, we're learning more. We're creating a more habitable space, a more harmonious space for those who are coming in and starting their journey to self-realization. They're coming into a place that permits them to find it more easily. And although we all pass through the same experiences, or we've all passed through pain and suffering, the idea is to just keep on living in a way that doesn't produce harm and pain and suffering towards other beings. The intentions remain pure and loving. Now ingrain in your mind the following intention by repeating the following sentence 3 times to yourself. I remain intent on living in a way that is driven by compassion. slowly start to bring your awareness back to the body. Reconnect with the body. Start to feel it coming back. The attention, the awareness to the breath, the fingers, the toes. Gently move the fingers and toes in the most gentle, mindful, and reverent way possible. Awaken and prepare to come back to a seated position. Remain like the sun, bright, brilliant, and undiscerning in the sense that you shine the same warmth upon all beings, upon all objects, whether it's a stone, whether it's a precious jewel, whether it's an animal or a human. Spread your light and your love to all, and your warmth to all. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Be receptive to the divine grace within. Namaste. Thank you so much for coming. Have a wonderful day. Until next time. Sending much love to you all.